Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time zone you may be in. This is Off the Grid Podcast with Aiden and Jared.
Gaining unauthorized access to the truth.
And you can find our podcast on YouTube and as well as Apple Podcasts.
Yes, and man, dude, I'm excited tonight because we haven't done one of these in a while, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's, when was the last one we made, dude?
Well, it's been at least over a month, probably.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's been hard to keep up with. Well, I got school going on right now, so a lot of different things.
And Jared, what big thing happened while we were waiting for this next podcast to be uploaded? What did we do?
We went to a Browns and Steelers game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the opening game, by the way.
It was insane. I mean, the rain, though, was absolutely horrible, but...
Yeah, it was very wet.
Dude, I can't get over that because, we were down by how much? In the first half, we weren't doing well.
At halftime, it's 21-7.
Yeah.
Steelers were leading.
And we ended up coming back and tying. Now, I'm sorry. I know we didn't win, but that was one heck of a game.
But we didn't lose either.
Right.
It was a tie. It actually ended in 21-21 tie. Right?
Mm-hmm. And someone said only the Browns can find a way to lose without actually losing.
No, that wasn't what it was. It was only the Browns can figure out how to snap a losing streak but not losing.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Or by not winning.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so, dude, didn't you say that it was the best Browns game you've ever been to?
Oh, heck yeah.
It was so... We were so excited when we tied it. It was awesome. It was awesome. Absolutely amazing. And then this past week, the Browns won against the New York Jets.
Yeah, it was 21-14 was the final.
Man, freaking Baker Mayfield, man. Oh my god, dude.
Yep.
He was on fire, dude. Pass after pass after pass. It's boom, boom, boom.
My god. Laser accuracy.
Oh no. So. Oh my gosh. I really hope he can keep it going because, man, he's so good. I don't know why we didn't put him in earlier. I mean, Taylor's got a concussion, so this will be Baker's time to shine and see, show us what he's really made of.
It's time to show to the coaches that he is what he is, been living up to be. He should be starting in the NFL now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, so,
so you can always follow us on Twitter. We have that link in the description. Aiden, anything else on your music before we start?
Yeah, I have a new track out called I'm Thinking. Well, I have a couple tracks. Starfield also is going to be out soon. That's another one I made. But it's going to be out on iTunes and Spotify. Obviously, 99 cents. You guys know the deal, so yeah, that's it. Alright, so what topic are we going to talk about today, Jared?
We're going to talk about genetic experiments, and specifically we're going to talk about one experiment that I stumbled upon on YouTube, and then I sent it to Aiden, and I thought it was really weird because...
This is freaking creepy, guys. This isn't like an experiment like from the movies. It's not like, like a huge machine and like a bunch of lasers, cutting cells and stuff. This is freaking creepy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was very mesmerized at it at first.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and because the guy documented everything that he was doing, genetic experiments. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Now I want to clarify just in case anyone doesn't know. This guy's not from the U.S., correct?
Yeah, he's like Russian or something.
He's from Russia, and he I just want to say that. So, what did you want to say, bud?
Well, other than it's the genetic experiments, you hear about them all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you hear about them with, what was it with that one sheep?
Yeah,
they cloned it.
Dolly. Yeah, Dolly, 1996, yep.
Yeah, so, but this is different. This is like genetically changing the makeup of the creature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's making a brand new creature, not trying to make something else like the same thing.
This is creation.
This is not cloning. This is different.
This is creation, and yeah, so, alright,
So all living organisms on Earth have been created by our Heavenly Father. All organisms are perfect in His eyes, but humans seem to be corrupting what God created.
Thinking about that really quick, that is so true. We think that we can
play God, yeah. And we've mentioned that in previous podcasts, too, with when we talked about with the Titanic, when we mentioned that.
Yeah, the way they said, even God can't sink this ship. Well, God said,
watch me.
Yep, watch me. You want to challenge me like that? Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, yep. So, we've been trying to do that, and it's not looking well.
And scientists have attempted to clone and genetically change the makeup of different animals in order to create a new species.
Being a creator, yep.
In this podcast, we are going to look specifically at a certain genetic experiment.
Which we mentioned before was the Homunculus.
Yes.
Now, before we start this thing about the video, I want to tell Jared, I don't know if you knew this, but Homunculus, there's a whole history about it that I looked into, and it's basically Homunculus is a word for small human in a different language. And back in the 1800s, like 1700s, people used to actually do this. This isn't the only time that this has happened. There have been thousands upon thousands of Homunculus experiments. Well, people back in the 1800s have attempted to make these creatures, and a lot have failed, some have not. So this guy from Russia, he's not the only one to do this. So I just figured you should know that. This has been a long thing. It's not just this.
Yeah, and not to mention that there's, which I'll probably mention it again, but there's more people on YouTube that are trying to do the exact same thing as this Russian scientist.
As a Russian dude, because
I think he's I don't know if he's an amateur or not. It's kind of hard to tell, because, he doesn't tell about his, education or anything.
Experiments with genetics and...
So he might be coming up with this on his own, or he learned about it from somewhere, but not a university.
Well, the way I look into it, the way I see it, actually, I meant to say, the way I see it is that I think it's not really, it's science, obviously, because it messes with genetics, but I think it's also a form of, I don't want to say witchcraft, but more
alchemy.
Yeah, alchemy, which is, alchemy is chemistry, but still, there's a very spiritual side to alchemy, if you guys don't know. There is a science side, but there is also a very, I guess, the only I could think of as evil spiritual side to it, So it's not all just science, so, yeah. Alright, so let's talk about this video. Jared, do you want to talk about this?
Sure. So, on November 16th, 2015, a video was uploaded by a man who calls himself the Alchemist. In this video, he attempts to create a creature by using a chicken egg and injecting human sperm into the egg with a syringe. Which is, so nasty to think about it.
Oh my god, yeah. It's so weird. Humans.
So, he calls this video How to Make a Homunculus number 1.
Yep.
So that's basically showing that he's going to create more videos just like it. Or he probably went in and edited the name of the YouTube video after he created more. That's probably what I'm guessing. But he shows and explains all the steps that go into creating one of these creatures. He also refers to a medieval experiment throughout the video.
Which is what I was telling you, Joe, way before I started talking about the 1800s, where they, Well, yeah, that's actually long before the 1800s, too. They did that even in the Middle Ages, I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah, they had, from what I understand, they had step-by-step instructions on how to create a homunculus.
Yep.
And it said that it has, for example, it said in the video that after you close up the egg, seal it up, then you put it in a dark place and keep it warm.
Yep.
So in this case, you put it in the closet.
So they can incubate and it can...
Yeah. Or you could just use an incubator, I'm pretty sure. But...
Yeah. I don't know how they did it back then, though, in the Middle Ages, without syringes. How do you think they did that? How would you think they would go about doing that, dude?
They probably had to, place it in there with, I don't know. I don't know what type of technology they had, what was the extent of the technology?
It's probably a lot more sickening, probably, because it's... Yeah, and these guys, they're not right in the head. Now, this guy from Russia might be, because it's more modern, and stuff, but these guys back then, I think they were part of the occult, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the occult, demon and all that crap, so, it's not, don't mess with this stuff. Me and Jared are going about, we were, it's so funny, we were talking about the, possibility of us maybe wanting to try it, but then Jared was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I shot that down, I'm like, are you kidding me? Why would you want to do that?
And he's like, Aiden, what are you doing?
Aiden, you're gonna regret doing that. Because it's just wrong on so many levels. But we'll get to that.
First of all, it's a cult. And then second of all, it's, just one. Alright.
So, and he shows and explains all the steps that go into creating one of these through the video. He goes through steps of injecting the egg with sperm and then places the egg into a plastic container. And then the container then goes into a warm hat to help incubate the egg, which is how he put it in, those beanie hats.
Yes, I love beanies. Love them.
And then the alchemist also suggests putting the egg in a dark place where it cannot be disturbed, so he places it in his closet. Which is...
Hey, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's he says place it in an undisturbed place.
Right, but why a closet? That's some horror movie stuff. That's a boogeyman waiting to...
Yeah, what if it breaks out or something comes after you?
Oh my god. Oh man.
So, 10 days later, the alchemist takes the egg out of the closet and notices that the egg has changed to a green or black-looking color. And he thinks that it's an infection, but he states that a little bit shouldn't be too bad.
And he also says, now, I don't think Jared put this in the notes, but he said it also smelled. And also had a smell to it.
Yeah, I was just going to get to that. He, it had like a really, I forget how he said, like a very ripe smell to it or something.
Very pungent, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, ew.
Which actually he said that also the smell is not a bad thing necessarily, which
but because if it smells, you know that it's alive, I guess. I don't know,
but like, there's like a borderline to, depending on how bad it is, because if it's really bad infection, then it might not even be alive.
Yeah.
But, anyways, the alchemist goes on to open the egg and finds out that there's a weird-looking claw thing that comes out. He picks it up with, tweezers.
Yep. Like I said, you try to play God, God's gonna mess it up for you, because you're not supposed to be doing this. So,
and he mentions that it seems as if there is a life to this creature, as it makes some movement, as you can tell by the footage.
Which is so creepy.
Like, I mean, like, you see, like,
when I saw it move, I was like, it turned its head. The only way that I could, relate this is to when, in Star Wars, when that, trash creature, remember that scene in A New Hope when they were in the trash compactor and the creature's eye literally goes, whoosh, and the eye just instantly snaps to and looks at them.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I relate that to, but it's just so weird.
This video is the first one. This is the one that looks like a claw. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one before, actually.
Oh, I saw the second, okay.
The one from 2016 is the one you're talking about, where it, like, turned and...
Yeah. And it spit at him, yeah.
Yeah, so...
He instantly kills this one, right? In the first one?
No. Okay. Not that... Because this one didn't do anything to him.
Okay.
Actually, I think this one was, like... It had, like, a little bit of life, but it wasn't...
It probably died by its own...
It died really quickly.
It died by itself, okay.
So, this one was a kind of a... I guess it was a failed experiment.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Good. I mean...
but the alchemist thinks that he can do better with another experiment. Of course. So he's gonna move on.
Which is the second one.
So being this detailed in this video makes it easy for someone else to attempt the same experiment for themselves. Like I was saying, with other videos on YouTube that I was watching people trying to make a homunculus on their own.
Yeah, because this guy did it. Yep.
Now there's different things that they did compared to what the alchemist did. Like they used blood instead of sperm, so that might be a little bit...
That's more cult than the freaking... Oh my gosh, yep. That's a big thing that they do, in case you don't know. They have an obsession with the blood. It's just weird.
I feel like the blood wouldn't be as effective as the sperm, because the sperm actually has the reproductive DNA.
Anatomy of it. Yeah, anatomy. It's DNA, jeez. I'm talking about anatomy, jeez, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
You want to go on, Aiden?
You want to talk about this one?
Okay.
Alright, sweet. More experiments. Originally, when we were researching about the Alchemist, the first time we found out about him was from a YouTube channel called Planet Nibiru. Love that channel. They documented all the videos that the Alchemist uploaded, which I actually took the opportunity to not only look at that, but look at his original channel. I found it.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was going over to his channel, and it has a lot of how-tos. Like, most of his videos are how-to.
Yeah, and his channel name is a bunch of, like... I think I sent you his original channel, and it's a bunch of, like, Russian letters I don't even understand, so... Obviously, because he's from Russia,
but he has, like English parentheses around his titles. Though.
Yeah, and English subtitles say God, unless we don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. They documented all the videos that Alchemist uploaded. Okay. Planet Nibiru said that the Alchemist had a few stillborn homunculus, but eventually was successful in having one born alive. This one, however, shot something at the Alchemist. He believed that this was a poison, possibly a defense mechanism. It burned his skin, and he reacted by dropping the creature on the desk and smacking it with a book, killing it. Which very ironically, I think was the book that he used to create it.
Yeah, like, I think it had, like, the medieval instructions in there. And,
the thing that gives it life, he kills it with. That's ironic.
If you watch the video that Planet Nibiru looks at, you will feel really bad for that little thing, because, like, it was just, like, it's helpless, that little thing.
Even though it's an abomination, it didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault that he created him,
Right, yeah.
So it's like, you kind of feel bad for him in a way.
I felt really bad.
And that's, well, we'll get to that later, but I'm just saying you can tell that there's, like, blood all over the desk.
That's weird, though. That was something that I found weird, is that it was human blood. Well, at least it looked like human blood, because it was red.
Technically, it's a hybrid between a chicken and a human.
Yeah, but...
Which normally you wouldn't think would be possible, but...
Right, and then it's just weird, though, because seeing something like that, like something so alien, but then having human blood, That's kind of weird, when you kill it. It's weird.
I don't know if it was necessarily human blood, because blood is red either way.
Yeah, with every animal, yeah.
So you can't really
what am I talking about? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, though, continuing on here. The Alchemist continues on with another video where he tries to recreate the same creature that he killed. This time, he wouldn't kill it. He would try to take care of it. He was successful in doing so. The Alchemist creates a similar homunculus, and he places the creature inside a container of water. He tries to figure out how to feed it. He first finds that it eats by absorbing a protein mix through its skin that he places in the water. It grew much larger as a result.
Yeah, which is exactly what protein is supposed to do for your body, is it'll help you gain muscle or, keep your weight, control your weight.
And here's something that I found interesting. Not only did it grow larger, but its actual shape began to change.
Yeah, because wasn't it more skinny, like more like a tunnel kind of shape?
Yeah, dude, when it was first born, it was like I don't know if it was still like a snake, like the second video was, but it was like a snake kind of thing, But as it grew, it turned into like a freaking...
Like it had like a base to it.
Yeah, I think it like kind of looked kind of like an octopus, like the bottom because of like its legs.
Oh yeah.
And then no. I mean, like it kind of actually looked like a Pac-Man ghost because like on the bottom, but yeah, it was so cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay. After it grew to a larger size, it started to utilize the opening at the top as a mouth and started to eat. It would even give off a small electrical current when it ate,
which is weird.
Yeah. So I think it has two defense mechanisms. One was poison, and the second was electricity.
Yeah, what we failed to mention was actually maybe we mentioned it, but the Alchemist smashed it with a book because he thought it was poison. It burned his skin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how.
One question I have: how the hell did it learn the electricity? That's what I want to know. I mean, because there was no eels near it. There was no way for it to adapt to that. How the heck did it learn that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he get eel DNA somehow? Did he?
I don't know. Jeez.
That's so weird. I mean, because it obviously when you watch the video, Jared.
Yeah.
When you watch the video, obviously you see whatever it eats, it gets paralyzed. Obviously.
You mean whatever it eats, it paralyzes it?
Yeah, when it shocks it. Yeah. So how did it learn that ability?
Well, I remember watching the video and they were feeding it.
Yeah.
And they fed it meat, like raw.
Yeah.
Like beef or something. So they put it into the water
like
and they put it right by the mouth because you can see like a little red thing. That's the tongue.
That's so creepy the way it
and it goes like it like wraps around the meat and then pulls it in.
Dude, after we finish this podcast, we should put a couple links, a couple of the videos in the description so we can take a look at it.
Please make sure to look at the description because we will have links to the Alchemist's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
As well as Planet Nibiru because Planet Nibiru goes into depth about
explaining it.
What the Alchemist does.
And he does a good job of explaining it, so, yeah. My god, that's kind of so weird. It's so weird. Yeah. Okay, it would even go small and obviously. Okay, I just said that. The Alchemist tested this. Now, this is what I find really interesting. The Alchemist tested this by placing a little fish in the tank with the homunculus, and it was fine for a couple of minutes before the fish dropped dead. The Alchemist believed that this is a defense mechanism. Going back to what I said about... Wait a minute. Yeah, going back to what I said about it eating it and stuff, but was it really a defense mechanism?
I believe it was, because he doesn't actually eat the fish. It just lays there on the ground, like, beside it dead. It doesn't, like, reach over and grab it.
And try to...
Yeah, it doesn't try to get it. It just shocks it, probably because if it was a defensive mechanism, it was trying to defend itself because it didn't know if the fish was going to attack.
That's so cool. Something so simple can still have some sort of intelligence to,
Yeah.
Well, it is a human hybrid, so... Oh god, what if in a couple months it, like, grows legs and arms and it's, like, in there? And
but what's the creepiest thing about it is that Planet Nibiru touched on this, too. How can human DNA and a chicken DNA... How does that create a creature that has an electrical current?
Well, we'll ask you this. How the hell does it create a creature that can survive with water? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
how the hell does it...
Those two things are very confusing. Like, how does that create electrical current?
How does it create...
How does it create
an amphibious creature? How the heck does that work? Maybe it's like a locked gene that we haven't discovered yet. Yeah. Maybe it's like I don't know. It's weird because... You wouldn't think a chicken and human DNA would create an amphibious creature. Well, a creature with an ability to be amphibious. More so, but...
Yeah.
It's...
The ability to breathe in the water.
Yeah. That's so weird. Alright, so he later created another homunculus. Surprise, surprise. that was much larger and was more spread out. It was able to grow an actual eye. The eye would follow the movements of the alchemist when he waved his hand past the container. It would also absorb food through its skin.
Yeah, so it was the same thing. Well, I mean, yeah, I was talking about, like, the protein. That's what it meant.
Wait, so you're saying now, well, I said it, but this is saying now it doesn't only now feed through eating it, it can now feed through just sucking into its skin?
No, we already mentioned that the first one that has the tongue.
Yeah.
That one at first, when they started feeding it, it was absorbing through the skin, the protein mix.
Okay.
Well, this one, which is another homunculus that he worked on.
His friend.
This one here is also absorbing through the skin, but it looks different than the one that has the tongue. It's more spread out. It's like more flatter.
This one, I'm sorry, I have to say it, Jude. I absolutely have to say it. It looks like a freaking Dalek. That's what it looks like. Oh,
yeah!
It does look like a Dalek, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true. It does. I didn't even think about that.
Because the freaking eye. Like, it looks like a freaking Dalek.
Yeah, it's creepy. But it was pretty cool because I was watching the video, and all of a sudden, you're like, he's moving his hand, and the eye is, like, following
like
the
a
movement.
freaking Dalek.
And you kind of wonder what it's thinking, like, because you see it, you're making eye contact with this thing. What is it thinking?
Is it bringing prophecies like Dalek Khan?
I don't know about that, but
did he fall to the time vortex? Become insane?
I don't know. Wait, do you think
I flew into the? Oh, that's all. That episode's amazing.
So, do you think that it actually?
Freaking love Doctor.
Do you think it has any intelligent thoughts like this one?
Dude, it has to. It all of these are half human. It has to have some intelligence. It absolutely has to. And absolutely. Because how the heck was it able to learn? How the heck was it able to learn? How was one of them able to learn electricity? You know, and how was it able to? And how was this one able to follow his movements?
I mean, like electric eels have the power to shock. They have electric current. You know, electric eels.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that. Like, this one has an eye. It is a hybrid between a chicken and a human.
What makes it different? What genes were different in order for it to have an eye? That's what I want to know. What was different in order for it to... And it's not just like an eye, like, you know, a weird eye. It's like a human-looking eye. Which is really weird.
White eye.
Yeah,
and then a black pupil.
Yep. It looks like a human eye, which is weird. That might be the human DNA side of it, but I don't... It's so weird.
It's just weird, like... I mean, when you look at the thing that doesn't have an eye, like the first one...
Yeah.
It didn't... it's hard to tell that it has any intelligent thoughts at all.
Yeah, it's
because
really
you don't know if it's looking at you or not. Like, how is it? It can't see you. It doesn't have an eye. But if you're looking at this other one and it's looking right back at you,
you can absolutely tell.
You think like, what is it thinking? You know?
Yeah.
You're like thinking.
Is it thinking that wants to kill you, or is it thinking, "Hey, this is my friend"?
Yeah, you wonder like what if it has any intelligent thoughts.
One random question about this guy: has the alchemist said how long he's had these creatures since he bred these two in particular?
I'm pretty sure it says like if you on Planet Nibiru, their YouTube channel, if you watch it, it'll tell you exactly like how long in between, you know, like the hatching and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, how long has he had this? Has it been like a year at least? Or do you remember off the top of your head?
No.
Okay. Alright, so continuing on here. He gave both of them names. Both of the homunculus' names. The big one is called Slowpoke, and the big one is called Slowpoke, and the first one was named Pikachu.
Which, ironic enough, that we're just got off of a
Pokemon podcast. Yeah. Oh man.
So now we're, you know, this wasn't planned out.
No,
we did not
it
transition
wasn't.
into Homunculus because, you know, about Pikachu and Slowpoke.
Yeah. When I first heard about this homunculus, I thought it was Japanese because Jared said that he named it Pikachu and Slowpoke, and as you know, Pokemon's a big thing in Japan, so.
Yeah.
But he's Russian, so, I guess the Russians like Pokemon.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm just joking.
That's besides the point.
Yeah. So, Jared, do you want to read this one?
Okay, both of the homunculus were separated to begin with, but he decided to put that after request. Let me put that in there, because he was requested to do this. But he decided to put them in the same container, which I'm pretty sure the containers were like a tank. I think it was filtered or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was filtered.
Kind of like a fish tank.
I think it was like a fish tank size, and I don't know if it was filtered or not, but it had like a light in it and all that, so you can see.
Good.
Not too long after being in the same container together, they started to fuse together, becoming one being.
Ah, my God! Ugh! Okay, first off, this isn't inappropriate. I'm actually wondering this, because this is weird. Is it actually them, like, trying to reproduce? like having like
that's
is that what that is? Is that all they actually? That's not. This isn't a joke. I'm actually trying to ask you.
Yeah, I know. I'm not laughing.
Is it? Are they actually trying to have like sexual intercourse and have reproduce another homunculus? Yeah.
As far as I don't know. Honestly, because when they fuse together, they become one being. Therefore, they're a different being, right? When they
but we don't know anything about how this reproduces because it's first off, the Alchemist made this thing, so we don't know anything about how it reproduces.
Yeah, nobody on Earth does.
This could be a way that it does it.
Yeah. Well, like my idea is that maybe if it is
because obviously it doesn't have a
it doesn't have like sexual organs.
Yeah.
So
well, not that we know of.
Not that we know of.
I mean, maybe that tongue also, serves as a... I don't know. We don't know anything about its biology, so we wouldn't even know how it...
But anyways, from if you watch the video, it shows that Pikachu, which is the one that has the tongue...
This is the original one. Yep.
Yeah, the original, he bends his neck, I guess is what you call it, I don't know. He bends over and, starts attaching to the top of Slowpoke.
That does sound like it's trying to,
mate or something.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of, That's so weird the way that they would do it, though. That's so weird. Like, oh my gosh.
So what I was about to say was that my idea is that if it is a form of reproduction, they'll fuse together, and then eventually they'll split again. But this time,
kind of like
multiplying.
cells.
Yeah, like cells.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah, so anyways.
They fuse together becoming one being.
And the interesting part about this, though, is it caused Slowpoke's eye to fade into the new body, so it basically disappeared.
Does it use echolocation now?
Now, they said that there was, a dot or something on that was starting to show up on the new after it was fused.
Maybe that's the eye starting to come back again.
The eye's trying to come back, I don't know. That'd be interesting. I gotta watch these videos again.
What if it makes two eyes? What if it ends up making two eyes now? And it's like, that would be freaking weird.
Because that would be even worse. That'd be even worse. That'd be even more
Not worse, that would make it more human-like.
Yeah.
If it had, two eyes.
And then you'd be able to tell if it's looking at you or not, because the eyes would move in the same direction.
God, can you imagine? I would not be able to sleep with this thing in my room. And how the hell does he sleep at night?
I don't know.
Knowing that
he probably puts it in his basement or something. He probably has like a lab set up downstairs for all this, or some special room in his house.
Then how does he know? How the hell does he sleep knowing that the thing's in his house? Then you know what I mean? Well, what the hell happens if it gets out? Because I know it can live on land, obviously.
Yeah.
You should attach a shot collar to it or something in case it tries to get out.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah, so
Slowpoke's eye faded into the body, and the Alchemist wasn't sure what happened to the eye exactly.
Yeah, because it just vanished out of nowhere. So, and according to Planet Nibiru, it looked like it was coming back, like I said. So, I don't know. I'd have to see if there's an updated video on that.
Yeah. So before we debate whether it's real or not, this video, I kind of want to talk about, okay, what do we know about this thing? Like, about its biology. What do we know about it so far?
We know for a fact that it's a chicken egg. We know for a fact that it's human sperm.
Yes.
That they injected into the egg. And now we don't know exactly what type of creature. I'm sure that they could actually come up, if scientists researched into it, they can come up with an actual name. Because a homunculus... I feel like that's not the right name for it. There should be a different name.
There should be a long scientific name for it
Because this is technically a new being.
Well, I mean, it's been experimented on since the Middle Ages, but I see what you're saying.
Because it's not like they're running wild, you know?
No, there's not. Homunculus is all around the world, just in packs and stuff, yeah.
Or in the waters.
Oh, can you imagine if oh my god. Can you imagine if these two escape the lab and then they, go into the ocean and then they reproduce and start making more of them and they become, a new species? That'd be so weird.
Kind of creeped out.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Don't go in the water.
What? Oh, Jaws.
Stay out of the water.
Stay out of the water. Alright, so, is this real or not, Jared?
And some people believe it is, but some people believe it isn't. Now, I get this info from I don't even have to look that far. I look at the comments on his videos, oh, this is fake, or, oh, this is real, wow, or can you make another one, I've seen those ones.
To prove that it's,
Yeah, so, here's some reasons as to why it might be real. One might be it's hard to fake something so intricate like the movements.
Yeah.
For example...
Do you see any strings attached to it?
No, there's no visible strings.
Right, and if it would have been like a puppet, there would be no way to... Yeah.
And, one of the
comments I've seen is that it's CGI.
Yeah, CGI, which it's you look at it, it's like, it doesn't quite look CGI to me.
Some shots it does, but that's just probably because of the lighting.
And plus it's in water, so it's like, the movements in water look a little bit different.
Right, and you can tell when it moves, the dirt moves. So how does that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot of detail put into it. If it is CGI,
there's no way, though, because it has to be real. I mean, me and Jared, do you believe it's real? Because I 100% do.
Yeah, I believe it's real. I would have to wait and see. Like I said, I've been researching it with Aiden for weeks now.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm going to keep on looking to see if there's any more info on it. Like, I saw one YouTube video that talked about it, and did they build up the suspense as to whether it was real or fake. But eventually they came to the conclusion that it was fake. That's what they thought. But as we know, it's an opinion, and...
Did they explain the reasons?
Yeah, I forget now.
Probably CGI is one of them.
Yeah, they probably think it's CGI, but, I feel like it's all opinionated, so...
Here's what I think.
Unless the Alchemist came out and said it's fake, I still believe it's real now.
He wouldn't do that. There's people like that, no matter how crazy they are, no matter how occult they are. I will give the occult one thing. Occult don't fake things. Stuff like this. They don't fake things. They actually do this kind of stuff, so...
And now, his videos do have, 27 million views, per Homunculus video.
Right, but... How would it not with this kind of thing? I mean, that's happening.
Yeah, this is groundbreaking stuff.
Right, so just because it has an insane amount of views doesn't mean it's fake.
No, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is that people think, or at least I think, that maybe he was doing this for publicity, to get his YouTube channel out there, to get it noticed. So he was making these, he made up this whole thing because he's like, well, I can make a whole bunch of money off of this because I know how to do this type of... If he knew how to do CGI, he can use that CGI to make money off of his YouTube channel by putting ads in and all that. Being get the ads on your video and all that. Yeah. So, I don't know, but that might be a thing. Maybe it has to do with publicity.
Mm-hmm. And another reason it might be real is the reaction of the fish being in the tank with the homunculus. Now... I find it stupid how some comments said the fish is also CGI. There's no way.
Yeah, the fish look pretty real to me.
The fish is real. There's no debate about that. The fish is real. The freaking fish is real. So,
and plus, even if it was, the homunculus was fake and then the fish was real, how did the fish just drop dead?
Why? How the heck did that happen? Why did it?
Have you ever... Okay. Here's a funny story. Kind of sad, but whatever. You get a fish at the pet store, and your fish don't live that long. Usually it doesn't die after...
You're flush it down the toilet.
Yeah. Usually it doesn't die, right when you put it in the tank. Usually it'll die, maybe a day or two later.
Yeah.
But in this case, when the homunculus and the fish were both in the water together, the fish was only there for a couple minutes before it just dropped dead.
Dropped dead from the field?
And it was sudden, too.
Dropped dead from the field, maybe?
I don't know.
What the heck it's looking at?
I don't think
Did it try to shock it and, dead because the first couple shocks weren't as powerful, but then that final blow was what killed it?
I have no idea. But I know that the Alchemist actually got shocked himself.
Yeah.
It was that one was enough, the electric current was powerful enough to shock him.
Right, which, that's another thing that proves it's real, because it's
because he actually,
he's been harmed more than once.
Yeah, he actually...
Why would he harm himself on purpose? I would not see the reason for that.
But he could have faked the injury just to, make it seem like it's more real.
Oh, okay, then how about this? Why does he take a sample of his own blood? Remember that video where he pokes his finger?
Oh, yeah.
That's one of his newer ones. Now, this is really interesting. We forgot to mention this in the actual video itself. We were talking about the video, but it reacts to his blood. The homunculus reacts to his blood. He pricks his finger, and he puts a drop of blood in, and it reacts to it. Why does the homunculus react to blood?
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
Why does it do that?
Maybe it's like how a shark, if it gets a smell of blood, then
does that mean it has shark DNA too?
No, I'm just saying that it has that instinct. If maybe it's bloodthirsty, that's why it eats the raw meat.
Yeah.
It eats bloody meat.
It's a carnivore. Yep.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
the final reason that might be real, Jared, is...
Hold on 1 second. I wanted to mention something. When he got shocked, he jumped back and he ended the video right away. And then he came back on and, he said that he got shocked. He was very surprised and he didn't know that it was coming. He didn't know for a fact that it was coming from...
He wasn't expecting,
He thought it was from something else. he said that his cord or something shocked him. Like, he thought it was a cord.
Yeah, when he was filming, and it was just
so that's why he freaked out, and then he realized.
You probably hear him do like small scream before, you know. Well, but not really a scream, but more like a.
I think it was on Planet Nibiru, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. This is. Mm-hmm. So how did he figure out that it was a homunculus himself? I mean, itself. How did he figure that out?
Well, he had like this, the little machine that reads electromagnetic currents.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's so cool that he has that. Yeah, that's another thing. Why would you go to all the trouble buying that equipment if it's fake?
Yeah. Like,
why the heck would you buy heck would you need an electromagnetic reader if it's fake? You know?
Oh yeah, he has all this stuff just laying around his house.
No,
like, he would have went out and bought it. Okay.
Yeah, this thing is real. It has to be.
Yeah.
All right. So another reason it might be real is other YouTube channels are following the Alchemist, like Planet Nibiru, right?
Yes. So there's people that are referring to his work, and they're attempting to do it themselves.
Now, has Planet Nibiru himself actually tried to create one?
From what I understand, yes. He has said that because he said what I and the Alchemist do. Me and the Alchemist. We do the same type of thing.
Is he like his co-scientist? Is he like his co-scientist or whatever?
No. Okay. They're not in the same location. There was a video where
they get to meet each other, though, right?
Over the internet, yes, but
he
not
did
in person.
do set up an interview, right? You set up an interview with him?
There's like a Q&A session.
Okay.
He contacted the Alchemist.
We did forget to mention this, so that's kind of important.
He contacted him and asked him if he would be willing to answer some questions, and he agreed. Yeah, and so he's like, well, we put in a YouTube video, and they answered fans' questions, what, is it real, obviously, is one of the questions. And there's, different things.
The Alchemist obviously said, yes, it's real.
Yeah, and...
Now, here's a question. Did he ask whether it was a male or female?
That one, they don't know that. I know for a fact they don't know whether
not
it's
even
male
the creator knows what it is. Not even the Alchemist himself knows, which is kind of weird.
Which, honestly, I wouldn't want to pick up the homunculus
with my hand. Like underneath and see what has on.
Like, what if you just pick it up in your hand? Like, can you imagine holding that disgusting thing?
Dude,
well, no, it might shock you, or it might spit poison at you.
Yeah.
Or it
did it devolve? I gotta wonder, did it devolve?
Like, you mean from being more complicated species like a chicken and a human?
No, like it lost its poison ability,
and it went from poison to shocking.
Yeah. Did it?
Oh, evolving with its environment. It's in the water, so now it's gonna...
Yeah, well, here's my question. Do they both now have both poison and shock, but it just hasn't used poison because it...
Or maybe the poison you can't see in the water because it dissolves.
Yeah.
Well,
how do we know then that it wasn't shock? And it was poison that he poisoned the fish with, How do you know that wasn't a paralyzing chemical agent that it used?
And another thing is, the Alchemist thought that the homunculus was trying to hurt him, when indeed it could have been that he was trying to eat. The homunculus was hungry, and that was a feeding mechanism, she's shooting poison out to try to, like you said, Aiden, that might have killed the fish, like he was wanting to eat it.
Yeah.
But of course he can't reach it.
Do you think he wants to eat his creator? Do you think? Do you think it's so
vile
that it'll...
I mean, Aiden, you gotta remember, it was just born. It's it's hungry. Like a baby, when it's born, it's crying and it's hungry. So,
That's the thing. Does the homunculus make noise? Has it made any
noise? As far as I
noise?
know, it doesn't.
Okay. It doesn't cry, it doesn't... Okay. Now, moving on here, okay. Reasons why it might be fake.
Yeah, and now I feel like there's a lot of reasons that could be fake, and there's a lot that could be real, but I reduced it down to 3 for both to make it even.
Yeah, I for one think there's a lot more reasons for it to be real than fake.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just me.
And
Alright, so what's some of the reasons why it might be fake?
The Alchemist doesn't do a live stream of the homunculus moving.
Yeah.
Now, that's one of the things that bothers me. I'm getting skeptical when I saw that. There was someone that said, why doesn't he just do a live stream? Yeah. And that would debunk everything that is saying that, it's fake.
Yeah, because with the professional, with Dolly, even they found a way to make it a live stream, and that was back in the 90s. Like, with professional, geneticist websites and stuff, they do live streams so they can constantly watch it,
Yeah.
Why doesn't he do that, Maybe he doesn't have the budget, who knows, but, I mean, that's kind of weird. You have the budget to create a freaking creature, but not to live stream something,
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like that if he was getting so upset about people saying that it was fake, why didn't he just do a live stream and prove it?
Yeah, like a 12-hour, one video, 12-hour live stream of it just, moving.
Because do you realize that how many people would watch that?
He would literally probably just go to bed and let the camera roll, until they got up in the morning,
Yeah, I mean, people would be watching that all night.
Yeah.
All over the world, people would be seeing it move.
Yeah.
You might get to see, like, the tongue move, like I don't know.
And maybe it catches something it doing that scares him. And the next morning, like, maybe we catch something that it does he didn't know about.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it tries to break out or something and we don't know,
Or maybe that, because it hasn't been proven that it could actually move, or like, like shift.
Yeah, like actually use...
Like, think of a starfish, because Slowpoke kind of looks like a starfish.
Yeah.
Shape. And starfish, they actually move. They have these little, like, suction cups that they move across the ground.
They move very slow, though.
Yeah, move very slow. And, but they move. And that's what I'd like to see, that if the homunculus is able to move. So that would be something. I think that is the biggest reason as to why it could be fake. Because they don't do a live stream.
Oh, okay.
If the Alchemist would do that, then it would... I don't understand.
That'd probably destroy the whole... You know what? Hey, dude, if you listen to our podcast right now, which you're probably creating other creatures because you probably don't have the time, but if you are, dude, please, I implore you, please do a live stream. Now, I don't know if you can even understand us because they're speaking English, but, I mean, you know... I mean, dude, you're from Washington, so I didn't even know if you're listening, can understand what we're saying, but if you can, which I think he can, because he's gotten a lot of views, so I mean, I would have to assume that he knows a little bit of English. Yeah. So anyway, dude, if you're listening to this, please do a live stream, because, like, there were people that are debunking your whole thing because they're saying you don't do a live stream, so please, if you hear this, please do a live stream, dude. That would completely debunk everything that says it's fake. Yeah, that would solve all the problems. Yeah, solve every single one of them. And the next one is people think the movements of the homunculus is caused by magnets. Like I mentioned before, there was a video on YouTube that I did watch, because I'm being fair on both sides. Yeah. I'm looking at, what people think. That people thinking it's fake, people think it's true, or real. So I'm looking at what possibly... I'm making my own decision based on data that I see. Yeah. And there was one video that this guy went in real big depth on how he could have faked it. Like, one of them was, he had a real chicken egg, but it was hollowed out, so there's nothing in there. Yeah. And there was a little hole made in the top, okay? Yeah. And the homunculus, which is the one that, remember he smashed with the book? Yeah. That one was made out of, like, a clay, and it was molded to look that shape, and then he stuffed it in there. Just because it's clay, why does it... And then he put liquid in there, like that liquid to make it look, like an egg. Yeah. And then he sealed it back up with the color of the egg. Oh. And then, he went crack with the knife. Yeah. Yeah, but... I don't get that argument. That's a stupid argument. Just because it's made of clay wouldn't mean it's not alive. And plus, didn't you see all the red blood that it, like... Wait, how would you... He's gonna say that's probably food coloring, but, like, I don't... Why would you go to that much trouble for a hoax, Yeah, I don't know. And plus, it's been proven since Middle Ages. This has been tried. So you're gonna say all that was fake, too? Yeah. All the Middle Ages history about that, all the history that you told us about? No. So, Aiden and I think that it is real. Yeah. But there's a lot of different things that... It's like pushing and pulling both ways. Mm-hmm. There doesn't seem to be a real answer to it. The final nail in the coffin would be him making a live stream. Yeah, that would knock all the skeptical people away. Yeah. They would know for a fact that it is real. Yeah, dude, I mean, all you have to do is get a waterproof camera, put it in the tank, and just, leave it rolling for 12 hours, Yeah, it's that simple. That's all you have to do. I mean, you can go to bed, you can play with your kids, you can, I mean, Aiden and I want to do a live stream sometime. Right, like, and on our YouTube channel. Yeah, like just... Are we real? Like, I don't know, they sound like robots to me, automated robot voices talking. Are they real? The way you said that. Are they real? I don't know if Aiden is real enough. It sounds like a robot talking on there. I don't know. It's kind of skeptical. Am I real? Now he's fake. What is I? Are we real? That was perfect. That was like the perfect movie way to say it. That's like the Truman Show. Are we real? Oh my god. That's awesome. So the last one is that it's hard to recreate. Yeah.
This one is...
Wait, did they mean... You're meaning the other YouTubers trying to recreate the... Okay.
Because, like I said, the one that was... Now, I'm gonna say this one is really wrong the way he did it, because he used blood instead of human sperm.
First of all... I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
First of all these other YouTubers don't have the book that he had. And I think you need to purchase that book, because it has, all the, instructions and spells and stuff, or whatever the heck's in there to make it. So that's the reason why they failed. Yeah. Because they don't have the book. They would need to have that book, that would be another thing. That would make it real, as if he sold the book. If he made copies of the book and sold it,
Yeah.
As like, as like a sales thing, yeah.
I mean, the Alchemist obviously wants people to try it for themselves.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he's literally making a video showing step-by-step instructions on how to do it.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, and this guy that I watched that used blood instead of, sperm, why didn't he use sperm? Why did he have to use blood? And he was complaining that it wasn't working,
dude, you didn't follow the instructions, first of all, yeah.
That's why I'm trying to put this ceiling fan together. Why isn't it spinning? Why did the blade go flying across the room? Well, maybe if you would have used the screws that were given to you.
I can just imagine.
Oh, I forgot that step to screw the blade on.
No, dude.
I
just thought what?
Well, guys don't like to follow instructions that much. The women are usually the ones that follow the instructions, and then the guys don't.
Oh, that's so true. We lack the basic intelligence to follow instructions.
Well, no, here's the thing. We think
feminism for the win.
We think that we know what we're doing without the instructions. We think we're too smart for the instructions.
Oh,
but indeed, I end up having to go back to the instructions and
kind of like the Lego movie. Lego movie with Emmett. What do? I don't have my instructions. Yo, dude. Anyway, back to the ceiling fan. I can imagine somebody with a ceiling fan playing a video game, afterwards. All of a sudden it goes, blade flies right into the TV.
Oh,
well, shoot.
There goes my Fortnite game.
Screw Fortnite. Alright, so what do you guys think?
Yeah, I want you guys to know, to let us know. I want you guys to know. That's not what I meant.
No.
I want you guys to let us know what you think about it.
Comment, please.
Comment on our video. Let us know what you think. Or you can just comment on our Facebook when we repost it on our Twitter.
Yeah. And if we got a comment from the Alchemist himself, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. I want to get to that. I have some very disappointing news about the Alchemist. And
what? Did we put this in the notes, or is it not?
This is not in the notes. This is something that I thought of, and I didn't get time to look at it today, but it says something about the Alchemist on, hold on a second.
Don't play the video so that it doesn't,
Yeah, I'm not going to play the video. Well, actually, maybe I could, but just turn down the volume or something.
Yeah, make sure you have it turned down first, dude, actually, to make sure that it...
Yeah, I'm trying to look here to see if I can find... where it's on Planet Nibiru's channel.
Yeah.
Videos, any current videos. Yep. Hold up.
Does it say... Well, dude, as you're looking at it, kind of explain what the video's about.
So, it says something about rest in peace, Alchemist. Oh, so, they're saying... God. So, basically, he probably died.
Was it suicide?
I don't know what happened.
Well, dude, then you probably don't need to look at it, because you remember what it was, so... Did the homunculus get him? Did he, kill him?
I don't know.
Did the creature kill... Oh my god.
I don't know.
Does it mean rest in peace to his channel because he's not making any more videos? Or rest in peace to the person because he died, Yeah, because when a channel shuts down, sometimes they say rest in peace PewDiePie, or rest in peace, Markiplier, or something like that, when the channel dies.
Maybe it was clickbait, I don't know. Yeah, here it is. All things creepy, this is a Russian homunculus creator, passes away, it says. Alright, so... I'm gonna just put the captions on.
Yeah, and then we can probably read what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm playing a video. So today is going to be a bit more of a serious video, as I'm sure many of you have noticed. I haven't made a video on the Homunculus series for about 6 months, and there's pretty good reason for this. The uploader and owner of the channel, Carney, our Russian friend, hasn't uploaded anything for 6 months. Some people in my comments pointed out that allegedly he'd had a heart attack and passed away. Of course, I was skeptical at first, but after some research, I am managed to stumble upon this video here. Bill disposes one's... Oh, wow, this is some weird... Sorry, the English is going kind of weird.
Yeah, the YouTube subtitles aren't the best. So that's basically, I think, all we need to know then. They suffer from a heart attack.
Wait, from a heart attack shortly after making his last video. I shall provide a link to the full video in the description below. If there are any Russian speakers in my audience, please feel free to translate some of the information and comment it below. Comparing the voices, this guy definitely does seem to be the Carney that we all know and love, and is definitely a shame and a tragedy that he passed away. He doesn't seem to be that old, so clearly this is well before his time, and also means there won't really be any closure on the Homunculus. Of course, I was leaning heavily towards it being fake, but we never really will point out there are any of... Oh, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the
basically,
subtitles.
we won't know for sure whether it's real or not, basically what he's trying to say.
Yeah, so,
he died from a heart attack. Interesting. Because before he died from a heart attack, we were shocked.
Yeah, but he was okay, though.
Was it from the... Well, we don't know. Could it have been that electrical current, affected him, and then it started to... Or maybe when that first homunculus spit at him, did it poison him, and then over the next couple of months, the poison took over until it killed him, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
It is a slow-acting poison? Yeah, dude, so I kind of think that's all we need to know, dude.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to mention more about his death.
Okay.
Supposedly, if he did die... this is his channel right here. I'm just showing you, Aiden. That's his channel, right?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
That's what I used to watch the video.
Let's look at what his most recent video... It was 8 months ago.
Yeah.
So that's a long time. That's almost a year.
That's almost enough time for them to do a funeral and...
Oh,
God. I would have hated to be the police. And going into this house and finding these creatures in there.
Yeah.
If they are real, which I believe they are. Oh my God, can you imagine the police reaction?
Wait,
when they find these things?
Here's the curveball for you, Aiden.
Okay.
What
kind of a curveball?
What if the Alchemist was hunted down by, the government?
Yeah, that's just what I was gonna say. Yeah.
This is Russia we're talking about here. We're not talking about the U.S. Now, the U.S. might do the same thing.
Oh, the U.S. would do the same thing.
But we're talking about Russia, where they're a lot more strict than we are here in the U.S.
Oh my God, dude, yeah.
So can you imagine, they just,
And as I mentioned in the previous podcast, they're starting to go back to their Soviet ways.
Like KGB or something?
Yeah, oh my God.
They could just break in at any time. Or there could have been a bounty hunter that hunted down the Alchemist.
Was the Alchemist an ex-KGB agent ex-KGB scientist who used his knowledge to create this thing and then... You know.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff behind it. And, so there's different skeptical things. I'm not sure about that video.
Oh, that would be creepy then, if he comments on a video, because he's supposedly dead.
Okay,
so would that be his ghost talking to us, or would that be,
I don't know.
Did he fake his death?
Alright, if the Alchemist is out there, please respond to this video. If you see this podcast out on YouTube, please comment.
Please, dude.
And in order for proof that it is you, use your YouTube channel name in the description.
Use your
profile to comment. Your account.
Use your account. Your name that you have, yeah. Your jumble of, Russian letters or whatever it is.
That way we can prove to Planet Nibiru that you're not dead. Yeah. And maybe they will make another video and be like, we can send it to Planet Nibiru and say, hey...
check this out, he's not dead. Yeah. We got a comment from him.
I'm sure that they're on the case, whoever's on that channel is looking too, but...
I bet he's tried to talk to them since then, probably email and stuff, and see if, he's...
Well, think about it, though. If he was alive, he would probably contact Planet Nibiru and say, hey, I'm still alive, that was just fake.
But don't tell anyone, which would be weird.
No, he wouldn't tell... If he contacted them, I'm sure that he would make another video.
Oh yeah, do you think he faked his death to secure the creatures and to secure his research?
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense because he was so public about what he did.
One more question: does he actually have files that he types up, report files and stuff, in filing cabinets and stuff? Does he have that stuff?
Probably does. And if he had, and say if the Russian government came in and took him away as a prisoner, they probably took his files too. The Russian government probably has his files.
Yep.
And then they can do this Alchemist.
Shoot. What if they got his book?
Then they'll be doing
What if they got his freaking, spell book or whatever? Oh my God. The Russian government could be doing alchemy right now. We don't even know. To invade the U.S.
I don't know about that, but...
Oh my gosh. This is insane.
So, I'm gonna keep tabs on this YouTube channel.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we could both do more research on it just to see if if there's any more info about, exactly if this guy's alive, because it's very sad that he's dead.
Well, supposedly he's dead, yeah. It's very sad
it's sad because it was interesting information we were getting from him.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that, we almost forgot to mention. Is it right? What he did?
Yeah, yeah.
That was supposed to be one of the biggest things, but we got so carried away with...
Well, we have a whole other topic to discuss about gene editing, but, I mean, we can talk about that right now then if you want. Yeah,
before we move on.
Yeah. We'll do is it white with gene editing next, but first up with the homunculus. Do you think it's white, Jared?
I believe this isn't right. That's another reason why I said, Aiden, why do you want to do why do you want to do this experiment? Like you were saying, like, I want to do that experiment.
Yeah, to see if it's possible. To see if he's BSing or if it's, like, actually possible, you know?
I mean, hey, it would be free views on YouTube, but that's not the whole point of it.
No. My mindset going into it was just, is he BSing? Because if we were able to do it, then he would not be.
Yeah. But the thing is, my question is, before we move on to, we gotta move on to the next one, but...
Yeah, next topic.
What do you think, say this guy was in the U.S., okay, instead of Russia. Do you think that...
Which we don't know for sure. He might be in the U.S. and might just be speaking Russian.
Or, like, trying to throw us off? Like, trying to throw the government
off? Yeah.
But what if he was in the U.S., for real, and he was doing these experiments here? Do you think the U.S. would have a different reaction to him posting these videos?
First off, what do you think? Because I have to think about that.
Because I'm thinking that the U.S. would get involved with this. Because they would say that
the CIA.
The CIA, they'd be like, that's like... like animal laws, you know? Like, you're not allowed to do...
Oh, please. The CIA does their own crap, dude. They got mind control experiments they've done...
I know, Aiden, they don't want other people to do it. That's what I'm saying. They're going to go after these people that are trying to do these different experiments.
Because they want to do it themselves and they want to do it better. Yeah. Maybe they got his files. Who knows?
I don't know. It's just weird that the Alchemist, especially that he was young. I don't know how old he was.
Yeah. He sounded like he was like 25 or something like that, you know, from his voice,
wasn't that maybe in his 30s?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I don't
think he was that old.
Yeah,
so
it's just weird.
It's weird.
One more question though. Where is the creature now? If he is dead,
well, if
what
he's
did
dead,
he do with it?
Then the homunculus is probably dead. Or if my theory is true, the Russian government could have taken the homunculus.
Could have taken Slowpoke and Pikachu.
And for research. So they're still alive, and they're researching what these types of, like doing DNA testing on them.
Yeah.
Because my guess is that the Alchemist does not have DNA testing abilities.
Oh, no, he doesn't have, like what, you know, the U.S. has with, like, a cloning labs.
Or anything like, you know, DNA, like Ancestry DNA or something where you send, like, they do DNA testing, like they have that equipment.
Can you imagine the Russian government using Ancestry DNA to study this thing? That'd be amazing.
Oh, it came from a chicken, huh?
What came first, a chicken or the sperm?
Tell me something I don't know.
What came first, a chicken or the sperm?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, this is crazy stuff.
Yeah, so, I don't know, let us know what you think about it, and,
What the? We just saw something. We saw something weird.
Well, that's because, I was looking up something about, my girlfriend was using, my YouTube channel to look up, like, some fat-removing thing, but never mind. Okay, so...
Now to something really interesting.
Alright, gene editing.
CRISPR gene editing. Now, do you know what CRISPR is?
No.
Alright, well, I'll read this article, and I'll explain this to you. Now, I found this. This is cool. Now, this isn't been doing in his basement. This is an actual Chinese scientific organization. Now, CRISPR, from what I understand... Okay, I'll just read this. China is taking the lead in the global race to perfect gene therapies. Scientists have genetically engineered the cells of at least 86 cancer and HIV patients in the country using CRISPR-Cas9 technology since 2015, the Wall Street Journal reports. Although no formal scientific papers have been written about these experiments, doctors told journalists at the WSJ that some patients have improved. There have also been at least 15 deaths, 7 of which were in one trial. Scientists report all of these deaths were related to the patient's previous conditions and not CRISPR treatment. These therapies which involve taking the immune cells from hospital patients, editing the cells, and transfusing them back into the body are the first to use CRISPR-Cas9 in living humans. Now, basically I'm going to explain what CRISPR is. CRISPR is a thing that is a program, and basically what it does, as it said, it extracts cells and genetically modifies them, and then, like, puts it back in the body, but cleaned, I guess. You know? So, like, they extract blood, right? And then they would modify the cells, and then they would put that back in there, make it all clean. Alright, so in 2013, scientists first used CRISPR on human DNA. In the 2017, US scientists, interesting, at Oregon Health and Science University reported using the technology to edit human embryos.
Ooh.
The embryos were not allowed to develop further. It took 2 years for the Oregon team to receive ethical approval for their experiment. It took the same amount of time for the University of Pennsylvania Hospital and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to give Penn researchers the go-ahead to test a CRISPR-based therapy on 18 cancer patients. That trial is expected to begin later this year. Scientists at the Cambridge, Massachusetts-based CRISPR Therapeutics also hope to start Phase 1 clinical trials using CRISPR to treat patients with a genetic disorder called beta thalassemia. Okay. CRISPR trials on humans have been relatively slow to develop in the US and UK, in part due to concerns over how the risk of the procedure is communicated to patients. Which, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
The Penn scientists first had to consult with an advisory board from the National Institutes of Health, set up specifically to evaluate the potential risks and benefits of CRISPR therapies, then get approval from the US FDA.
Wait, okay, before we continue, so the whole point of this is that they're trying to help cancer patients?
Yeah, trying to cure it.
Trying to cure it.
Yeah, get rid of HIV and cancer. They're using this new thing, yeah.
Which, that's a good
therapy.
thing, right?
Yeah.
But the results are not being good right now. Because supposedly this is causing harm, but the people that are working on this are saying no, that it's not the treatment that's causing the death, it's the cancer.
It's
or the HIV.
Yeah. Have you seen I Am Legend?
No,
I've mentioned this movie a million times too, obviously.
I know.
And it's basically the movie is about they come up with a cure for cancer but turns it into mutants because they use a measles virus. Basically turns them into mutants, so because someone might create vampires, I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, back to this story though. Back to this news report. The FDA approved 3 gene therapies for treatment in 2017, none of which use CRISPR. Interesting. Because this is like the big thing right now, CRISPR being used to... 2 of these therapies treat late-stage forms of cancer, and both rely on editing the patient's immune cells. Oh my god. Why would you edit their immune cells?
That could be bad.
You're editing the only thing capable of fighting it.
What if they completely mess it up?
And kill those immune cells. Kill them. Yeah.
Yeah, because then they won't last that long before the cancer or HIV just, boom, they're dead.
Yeah. Without immune cells to fight it, it'll grow rapidly. Now, all cancer really is... Joe, now you probably know this.
Mm-hmm.
All cancer is unwanted cell growth, if you know that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that? Cancer's unwanted cell growth, so, yeah. And both rely on editing the patient's immune cells, obviously. The third, which targets a rare form of childhood blindness, works by modifying cells in the eye.
Ooh.
That would be weird. The Chinese Ministry of Health has to approve all gene therapy trials in China, but these regulations appear relatively relaxed.
Just like their air pollution policies.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's 100%, man. According to the WSJ at Hangzhou, I'm probably absolutely butchering that name. At Hangzhou Cancer Hospital, for example, a proposal to test a cancer treatment that modifies patients' immune cells was approved in a single afternoon. One member of the hospital's approval committee told the WSJ that she did not really understand the science laid out for her in a 100-page document, but was told that the side effects were mild. This was enough for her to give it the go-ahead. The truth, though, is that there was a dearth of data on the safety of CRISPR on humans, and many scientists in the field are concerned that the treatment may cause unintended mutations, or may not work at all. If any of these CRISPR treatments are proven successful under scientific scrutiny, they'd be the first of their kind.
And that would be very good, because then we can it might be a cure for cancer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we might be able to save lives that... Can you imagine? There's a lot of people that probably passed away that could have changed the world in many different ways.
Yeah.
There's presidents that have died of cancer. There's, like John McCain died of, what? Brain cancer?
Yep.
And it's like, so what if he would have lived? You know, like, he would have lived a lot longer. He could have done a lot better for us. Mm-hmm. Of course, that there's people that don't like John McCain for different things, but, you know, he's still a hero and all that. But that's a different story.
Yeah. So what do you think about CRISPR? Do you think this is right? Is this morally right? Should we let the cancer run its course, or should we try to...
I think this is right. I think it's okay, because you're trying to... It's good intentions.
Yeah.
You're not doing this just for fun like what the Alchemist was doing. He was
you're
trying
to create new life.
Yeah, you're not trying to create new life. You're trying to fix what is going wrong with your body.
Going on in the world, yeah.
And cancer is even worse than what it was maybe like 30, 40 years ago.
I'm sorry to say this, but cancer is an absolute a-hole. It really is, you know?
And my theory is that, and this is probably proven, but my theory is that that cancer has become more prominent nowadays because of what we put in our food. Because, like, you know, our preservatives...
GMOs and stuff like that, yeah.
all of that stuff, it's...
Which actually stands for, kind of ironically...
Genetically modified organisms,
yeah. That's kind of weird because we're talking about that tonight, so...
But at the same time, I just see that that's the reason why we have more cancer.
What if it's from the chemotherapy? What if that's why they get more cancer? Because we use radiation to cure it. But radiation also causes cancer. So what if we're not supposed to be doing chemo? What if there's another way we can do it?
Well, there's people that never got chemotherapy and then all of a sudden they get cancer. And that has to be caused by the food we eat.
Yeah.
And the different, like, chemicals we have in different stuff that we touch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
It's nasty. Absolutely nasty.
We put stuff in our bodies all the time. We don't even realize it.
Do you, not imagine, but do you know what food is like now, how I make food compared to what it was like 100 years ago? All food is made in a factory now. So
processed with preservatives, and they genetically modify to try to make things last longer, and
they add, like, I heard there was this one report where this food had, like, pesticide in it. But it was a complete accident, but it still had it in it.
Well, yeah, like fruit, you know, when they grow it out in a field.
They have to have pesticide, they spray pesticide on it, you have to keep the bugs out and stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, the fruit absorbs the pesticide, and you're eating a pesticide fruit, basically. Yeah. The fruit is made out of pesticide. That's why people like to buy organic fruit and buy organic beef.
Me right here.
And another thing, recently I saw that there was a lot of beef that was infected with, like, some different chemicals.
Yep.
People were getting sick about it. It was recalled recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's another reason why you buy organic meat. You don't buy, like, just any, you know, like, oh, wow, okay, this is some cheap burger meat. You know,
some cheap-ass burger meat.
Yeah, don't do that. I think it's worth it spending a little bit of extra money to be a little bit healthier.
Organic, sometimes. Yes.
Now, I don't like how everything is so pricey to be organic, because, like, that's why people, like, buy a lot of junk food. Because
America doesn't like to have organic stuff anymore. We don't like to grow our own food anymore. We like to have everything handed to us on a platter.
It's not that. It's that a lot of people can't afford it, Aiden.
I know.
That's why they prefer it.
It's not healthy, though.
Yeah, but unfortunately some people can't afford everything that is out there for eating, you know, like they can't afford that good food.
Mm-hmm. So I think, before we move on to Weekly Geek, because we moved on this really quickly, actually, quicker than any other podcast we've done. So I kind of want to go back to our first topic, if that's okay with you.
Well, I mean, we got a lot to talk about in the Weekly Geek Freak, though, so that's why I'm saying we have more time to talk about that stuff. So,
alright.
You want to go ahead and jump into that?
Alright, yeah, okay. Let's talk about the Weekly Geek Freak, okay.
Woo. Time for the Weekly Geek Freak!
Alright, woo! Okay, so, this is amazing. This is, something that I found out, and Jared had no idea that this existed. This is, click on the second link, boy. This is something called, this is from, Business Insider, and the site, obviously, and this is a real-life Iron Man suit. Now, this is insane, okay? This is a suit by the, that was made by the, I think the guy's name is Richard Browning, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And he made a real life Iron Man jet suit, and it says here in this article that it's from Gravity Industries, it's his own company that he made, and he calls the suit the Gravity Jet Suit, and it has over 1,000 horsepower and can reach altitudes of 12,000 feet.
Wow.
And the suit weighs 27 kilograms without fuel, and is powered by 5 mini jet engines. And this is what sucks, I'm so mad at this. Only 9 suits are being made available to buy. And it can be purchased from Selfridges London for $443,000.
Dang.
Oh my god! But I don't have that kind of money!
There's a lot of people that can afford it, though. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of, like, say, a pro athlete, they can go after that if they really wanted to.
Oh my god, and you know what TED Talks are like?
Yeah.
I sent you the TED Talk about this, right? And it was so hilarious. His first prototype was hilarious. It's like, what did he do? He basically strapped propane tanks to it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how he was able to fly.
Oh, that's dangerous, yeah.
What did you think about that when you saw that, Joe? Like his prototype?
I actually didn't watch it, so, to be honest with you.
He only stayed above the ground for like a second.
Oh man.
It was hilarious, and yeah. So the jet suit is a device from Gravity Industries that allows you to fly it. That freaking sucks. That allows you to fly at 32 miles per hour for up to 9 minutes. That kind of sucks at so low a speed, but it gives the wheel full control through 5 mini jet engines, as I said. There are 2 mini engines on each arm and one on the back, allowing you to control your movement just by moving your hands. The fuel is also stored in the backpack of the suit, has 1,050 horsepower in total. The suit took months to develop. That's actually pretty fast. Wow,
I thought it would have taken years.
Yeah, the suit took months to develop, and many of the parts are 3D printed.
Neat.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
Futuristic.
Selfridges are selling 9 suits and have a VR experience in the London store available to try out. Experience days with the suits can also be purchased.
Okay, so
what do you think about this, Jared? What do you think about this new suit?
I think that this is cool. This is a really cool suit. I think this is the closest we have gotten to a jetpack.
Oh yeah.
You know, because jetpacks normally only last a couple of minutes. Like the ones that have been made before this. There's been jetpacks before, but they're not that good. They're jetpacks that you may last like a couple of minutes in the air and then you're out of juice.
Yeah.
This one says 9 minutes and you go 32 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So that's a big jump from jetpacks before. Now, I feel like this can only get better from here.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at this. This is the official site now on Gravity Company. And look at this. Remember the prototype I showed you? It was like just like metal propane tanks.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like now.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's like carbon fiber and stuff. It's so cool.
And as the technology improves, because I don't know if we're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But once we get there, we might be able to last like eventually maybe like a half hour without stopping.
Can you imagine, dude? Oh my god.
Or maybe eventually hours. We can just fly around not without using up all the fuel in the suit.
Do you think this will become the new form of transportation? Because my dad said no. My dad said this is gonna be cars.
Yeah, because you gotta haul stuff, and in a suit, you can't like I'm gonna go grocery shopping in my suit. See you later, honey. How are you gonna carry the groceries?
Stream up into How are you gonna carry the groceries?
I didn't think of that. Hold on, I'm coming. I haven't figured out how to land this thing yet. Hold on.
Oh shoot!
Just flies right into the house.
No, flies into the store. No, my cabbages! No, I'm ruined.
No, stop. Lightly land. That was a rough landing.
Oh my god. No, but in all seriousness though,
that leads into the actually is a good lead into the safety concerns because
all the safety concerns.
Well, you got to look at it from a logical standpoint here. If you want this to go, make it cheaper and make it more available to the public.
First of all, I'm really impressed that it's even available to the public. First of all,
I mean, obviously they could make it more available to more people other than just 9 buyers, right?
Now, I realistically, and my dad agrees with this. Yeah, name is Richard Browning, the guy that created it. But I realistically see this as being used by the Navy SEALs for like recon.
Oh yeah.
When they go recon, they can fly over and check out this check out like an enemy's base. I imagine DARPA buying this and just getting the rights to it and just making it. DARPA's a government, obviously. I imagine DARPA wanting to jump all over this. DARPA's wanting to jump all over this idea. And Jared, I have something to show you. This is a pretty cool photo that I got from it. This is insane. Let's see what it looks like here if I find it. This is freaking badass. Look at this.
That is some sweet gear, dude.
It looks freaking awesome, dude. And it looks simple. It looks like a simple thing you could just go.
Yeah, just slip it on and go.
Yeah.
Like you're putting on your pajamas and go I guess,
And what's really cool is that the helmet's attached to the suit, obviously.
Yeah.
It actually has a HUD in it.
Oh.
A HUD. You know what a HUD is, right? Like a heads-up display that tells your speed and it tells the temperature outside.
And probably how much,
fuel
you have left, yeah.
It tells the temperature outside, and what's the coolest part? He says he's gonna add like a water thing, kind of like the thing that the car drivers have.
Oh yeah.
When they're on the car, when they have a little straw, they can just go and sip out of, Sorry, that's a bug. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But how are you supposed to use the bathroom in that thing?
You're not supposed to use the bathroom in a jet suit.
No, can you imagine going in the bathroom, walking, walking into the restroom.
Walmart.
Walking to the restroom and you have a big old pack on you. You know, big
you
old
look
pack
like Iron Man walking in Walmart. Can you imagine that?
How the hell are you supposed to?
How do you pull that down and go to the bathroom?
No, what I mean is like, is it gonna be parking like a bike park where you just chain it?
What if you accidentally activate the jets in the bathroom? And go
oh shit! Oh yeah, I get stuck in the toilet. You go.
Sorry, I had explosive diarrhea.
No, you get stuck in the toilet. You dive bomb head first into the toilet.
Water and poop goes flying everywhere.
And then a short circuit to the jet just might you go flying even more.
Yeah.
So
running into people on the toilet.
And then the general man and knocks someone's trying
clean
to
up in the bathroom.
Someone's trying to get rid of a wall. Someone's trying to get rid of a watermelon. And it comes flying through it.
Clean up an aisle poo. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you crash into him and the dude goes flying with his pants down right into the main aisle. He flies into one of the old ladies, one in the register.
That'd be funny.
Oh my god. And he causes so much destruction that the whole store collapses. Well, they really lowered their prices.
Quality of the store has gone down. The hood has taken over.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
So, back to the safety concerns.
Yeah, in all seriousness.
I feel like that could be a problem where, like, you know, say you're getting up in the suit, and you're flying up, all of a sudden you have a malfunction, and you can't do anything about that. Like, you're gonna go down for the most part, and you can crash into whatever.
Yeah.
You can try aiming your body to hit something else. Maybe something, say there's like a kid's party or something, there's a trampoline. Yeah, I mean, that would be pure
You
luck.
go down at 32 miles an hour.
Boom! Go flying back up in the... Thought you were safe, bye.
No, at that speed you probably break right through it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, shoot.
So, I could see that being a problem. You could be like, if it was legalized to where you could fly above vehicles, and, you know, like, that could be like another way of driving, like Uber. Like, what if Uber provided that? Like,
yeah,
what
that's
if Uber
amazing.
That would be bad, though, because, like, you run out of gas or something, you crash into a car.
I had the funniest thing. Remember how seagulls crap on people?
Yeah.
What if to prank someone you're flying, you just pull down your pants and start peeing on people?
Oh.
You just pull down your pants and start peeing on people like a seagull. You're like, what the hell is that?
I had to go.
And because it's so high up, the peak gets blown across by the wind. Or you're flying, and a seagull craps in your face, and then you hit it. You smack into the seagull, and it's dead. You kill it. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, what's your senior prank? Zip. You're just flying around and start peeing on them.
That'd be bad.
That would be a senior prank for the century. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Yeah, but But to address that, seriously though, to address that safety concern, they actually have a computer that runs things, so they say you could even fly if all 4 engines went out. That one engine you'd still be able to fly.
To get you down safely?
Yeah, it has a, like, self-landing mechanism that it, you know, activates whenever it feels that one of its engines go out, which is good, so that's cool.
And, I feel like if this was more public, the government would step in and make laws to address what type of safety
kind of like drones too. Kind of like how drones now have
more laws regarding it.
By the FAA.
Yeah.
Not the FDA, the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, man.
So yeah, there's numerous different safety things that anything you can think of really. Because there's not a whole lot of information on like the technology behind it, right?
Right.
Not a whole lot yet. So there's gonna be a lot of questions about it yet until that's answered. Like, you know, how to address if the engines go out, like Aiden said. You know, there better be a way to safely land, just like an airbag. You know, something to slow you down so you don't go flying through the windshield.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want that. So,
oh my god, that'd be awesome. Like if in the suit, it's like a freaking Mars rover.
Oh.
Poof! A huge inflatable ball comes around you, and you know, and like it's like
Actually, that gave me a thought. What if there's a built-in parachute? That would be nice to have that.
They actually have that. He built one in there, so that's good.
Yeah, because that could be like the ultimate way to save your life.
That's if he says that's the last resort if the self-landing system fails. Which he says is 100% impossible because it's so, finely tuned. But he says that in the off chance that does happen, he has to have a parachute too. So that's.
I don't know if I would say 100% impossible because we're talking technology here. You know how often
it is still a computer. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and plus this is relatively new technology that they're testing out. That's like when Apple first comes out with the iOS update. There's a whole bunch of issues with it, even though it looks like it's going to be great. There's a whole bunch of problems.
Do you have iOS 12?
Yeah.
Super quick, what do you think about it?
I like it. It's pretty cool. The FaceTime, I don't know if you tried the FaceTime thing, but you're able to put, stickers on the screen, moving animated, GIFs, basically.
That's cool. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But, so we'll see what happens. I think it's still a couple years out, from really being anything.
Yeah, before we move on to the next weekly topic, I want to ask a question because I will want to know this. What is the most realistic way to sell this thing and get it out there to the public? And, how would you advertise something like this? What would be the way that you would, if you were hit in his shoes and you were the CEO of this company, how would you go about selling this thing?
Well, I would find a way to bring down the price.
Okay.
Because having it, what was the price?
$443,000.
Yeah, who has that money laying around? Oh, I have that $443,000. I'll go buy it.
Yeah.
Not many people do. There will be a lot of movie stars and athletes that have that money.
Chris Pratt. Man, he really be lived up to his name, Star-Lord.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think that that these movie stars are going to invest all that money? That's not guaranteed that they're going to want to get that. Because they're well, that's going to be risking my life going up in there. Because they might be concerned, well, it's my whole career is going to go down the drain if I injure myself, really bad. Like a pro athlete.
That's something he should take into consideration. He should make training courses. He should make available, training facilities.
Exactly. That's another safety thing that they need to talk about is
training
these
buildings.
people in order to actually fly it, you need a license.
Yeah.
You need to be trained and licensed to fly it.
Could that be under an airplane license? Or do you think it has to be a jetpack license? Do you think you have to create a whole nother...
not an airplane license, because airplane license is completely different. It's not like you're flying an airplane.
Because you're inside a canopy or surrounded by...
and plus it's a vehicle. You're flying a suit, so it's your body movements.
So there needs to be a jetpack license that needs to be made, okay.
Yeah, they need to find figure out how to do this type of training.
The FAA needs to come up with a jetpack license because these are becoming more and more prominent. And
there was another example of things that are kind of starting to come out onto the scene. There are these things, in the cities, they have, rentals and stuff.
Yeah.
They have these, how you can rent bikes.
Yeah.
Well, the new thing, instead of renting a bike, you can rent these, scooter, motorized scooter things. And
those are so cool.
Now, it's not like Razor.
No.
We're not talking like Razor, because the battery dies in those really quick.
Yeah.
We're talking, these things are, rentals. You rent them in the city.
It's not Segways, are they?
No, not Segways. Anyone can ride them. Segways, you gotta kind of have a little basic training in order to
I saw a bunch of, when we went on a Washington D.C. trip, I saw a bunch of people riding Segways. It was so cool.
Yeah, and these scooters are under scrutiny by cities all over that...
Of course.
They're saying that, because this company just brought these scooters in and just dropped them off, and here you go.
Here you go.
You got these cool little scooters now, go have fun. Well, there was an incident where there's this lady that was, riding a scooter. She was just doing her own thing on the side of the road, or I think she's even on the sidewalk or something.
Yeah.
And a car ended up hitting her, killing her on the scooter.
Wow.
It wasn't her fault. It wasn't the company's fault. It was actually the driver's fault.
Yeah, because he didn't see her. Yep.
And he was drunk.
Yeah.
So, and of course, the cities are going to inflate this problem and say, well, you know what? It was the scooter company, because if the scooter wasn't there, she wouldn't be there. Not necessarily.
She could have used another scooter.
She could have been walking, or she could have been riding her bike. It doesn't matter. But the state, or rather the city, sees this as an opportunity to get rid of it, because they don't like it in their city.
Oh, can you imagine the amount of accidents from this suit?
Yeah,
that's what you're probably gonna get to. Gravity Industries is probably sued out of the wazoo.
Even know. I mean, there's some crazy people out there. What if they start going suicide bombers, but they go flying into a building?
Oh God! It'd be more 9/11, 9/11, but
with people flying around, and then they crash into buildings.
All over more than once, yeah.
And they have a bomb still strapped to their back.
To the back of the... No, even more explosions, because it's kerosene. So they strap the bomb to the back of the backpack that has the fuel in it.
Crash into the building, blow up.
Yeah, and since kerosene is also explosive, the fuel then explodes. The fuel itself explodes, which creates a bigger explosion. So, oh my God. That'd be like 9/11, but absolutely constant.
Yeah, I feel like this is years and years out before they actually release this out to the more public.
God, that scares me, actually, Taylor seasoning this stuff. Can you imagine if Icy got their hands on the suit, would they be able to do with it? Oh my god. But there's a lot of cool things with it. Like, it's so cool. It's, Bill Gates probably has one right now. Knowing him.
I don't know if he wants to risk his life. But that's why I'm saying, like, some people don't want to risk it.
So how about you, Joe? Would you buy one?
Well, if I had the money, maybe. Alright, so you want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, that's all we have to say for that. Basically, I'm saying this looks cool and I want to... This is amazing.
So what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, alright, Jared, what is this new thing that's...
Alright, so this month, as you know, this is more Nintendo news.
Yes! But it's not what you expect.
So... As you know, for people who have a Nintendo Switch, the online services for the longest time have been, well, free. There's been no charge. You can just go on there and, play as much as you want.
Yeah.
Now, they had it free almost for like 2 years. So it's been free for a long time. Yeah, it was actually longer than what they expected.
Yeah,
because originally they were planning it to have about a year of free online, and then they extended it.
Yeah.
Because they still were working on it. They wanted to make sure it was good.
Yes, sir.
And so this month, recently, they released Nintendo Switch Online. It's officially launched.
Yes!
There's a lot of benefits to it. You're going to have to pay for the service in order to do online. So if you want it, for example, if you want to play Splatoon,
I was going to say no more Splatoon.
Splatoon is an
heavily
online-based game.
Yes.
So you would have to pay for it. Now, I feel bad for the younger kids though that are playing like Splatoon and then all of a sudden
very
they gotta
funny story.
Over money.
My siblings on my nail and were asking like, "Hey, can we pay for this?" Mom's like, "No." So that's already starting.
Because that really knocks out those people that get on there, those little kids that get on Fortnite and scream, for absolutely no reason.
That's good to narrow down to just adults playing, which is kind of cool.
Because, dude, I was playing Fortnite one day on the Switch. And
oh no!
I don't have like a headset for the Switch yet, so I can't talk to these people. But I'm just listening to the conversations. There are a lot of stupid conversations on Fortnite.
I can only imagine.
But I had this little kid that was on Fortnite. He's screaming like the whole time. I'm like, shut up. Can you imagine though, if you had this paid service, a lot of those kids are not going to be able to afford the online service, so you're not going to have to worry about these stupid kids that get on here and play Fortnite but just scream the whole time.
What was he screaming about? Do you
I don't
remember?
even know, dude. It was like, you can't even understand what he was saying.
Oh my god,
it was
that's
that
awesome.
bad.
Oh my god, I didn't get the gun I wanted!
You took my gun!
You took my AK-47! Oh my gosh!
So,
with that out of the way.
Alright, so let's get into some of the details.
Yes, please.
Alright, so,
online play.
I'm looking at the Nintendo's actual website that says the real information.
The official source.
The slogan is, more games, more features, more fun.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo Switch Online. And so, first thing on the list is online play. So you can battle it out or cooperate with players online, which is pretty obvious. I mean, we've been doing that for years. Compatible games include Splatoon 2, ARMS, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Tennis, Aces, which I really want, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That is the one! That is the one!
Which I really want.
Oh my god! Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is gonna be
okay,
lit.
I heard that going back to Mario Tennis Aces, I really want that game too, because I've heard that game is really good. But anyways, Nintendo Entertainment System is the next one. Nintendo Switch Online. So it says, enjoy a growing selection of classic NES games with newly added online play. So it has NES games, but online too? Like, that is a deadly combination there, sir.
Oh my god.
You mean now?
Play classic Mario Brothers with the my god!
With multiple people?
Holy shit! Oh my god! That's amazing! Like, imagine playing freaking Excitebike with
multiple people, like real online people.
Oh my god! That's insane! Holy crap! Yes! Oh my god, this is awesome!
Oh my gosh, that is gonna
playing Contra.
And it says new titles will be added regularly. Now, doesn't Xbox and PlayStation have like a free game thing for like every month or something?
PS Plus, yes. PS Plus.
Do you get that like every month, like a new game?
You get 5 actually.
5?
Yeah.
Have you ever had PS Plus?
Nope. But now with the job, I could probably get it. So
yeah. Well,
what's cool about Nintendo Switch Online is that Joe's probably gonna get to this, but it's really cheap from what I've heard.
Very affordable, yes. Now we'll get to the we'll get to the prices here in a minute. But save data cloud.
Yeah. Okay. What is this?
So you can back up your game save data to the cloud, which is a first for Nintendo. Nintendo's not done this. They've done backwards compatibility, which is basically bring your games over to a new console and you can play it. This one is great for especially, say, if your Nintendo Switch breaks and you need to buy a new one, you still have all your data still.
That's awesome.
You just download it right from the cloud, like App Store, you know?
That's awesome.
In addition to the game data regularly saved to your system, you'll have an online backup. This makes it easy to retrieve your game data if you lose your system or start using a new one.
Oh my god,
That
awesome.
is great.
That is so great.
And me and Aiden have tried the free trial of it, the smartphone app.
I actually love how the cloud looks like a Mario cloud. Like the one that
that's pretty smart.
That guy
Lakitu.
On Mario Kart, that's awesome. Like what do you say, the smartphone app? Okay, tell us about this, dude.
So it enhances your online experience with the smartphone app. Use voice chat with other players via your smartphone in compatible games.
Man, we did that when we played Splatoon. We did that.
Yeah,
that was so much fun.
Hopefully it'll be available to more games now, because Splatoon 2 was like the demo game for it, because they didn't have it released for any other games, and it was only that.
And no offense, but the app itself was kind of iffy, because it kind of cut out sometimes, and it was, like, we ended up having to actually talk on the regular phone, remember?
Yeah, so that's the one problem with it. I don't know if it was just because it was a free trial.
Yeah, maybe they fixed it, but...
Yeah, I'm thinking that they probably did.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, it might be... Also, check your internet connection. It could be that, too. So, I don't know. And then special offers. Get members-only deals.
Yeah.
So, you get exclusive offers, include products that only those with a paid Nintendo Switch Online membership can purchase.
Okay.
Wait, whoa. Hold up. Exclusive offers include products that only those with a paid Nintendo Switch purchase?
Premium stuff.
So, like, products you can get off, you have to log in.
Kind of like a loot crate. No, the way I see it is this is like a loot crate.
This is like a club that is like, you gotta have a pass to get in.
You do know what loot crate is, right?
Yeah, where you get like a box every month, right?
Yeah, that's what I feel. It's like, because if you look, it actually has a picture of an actual physical thing.
Wait a second. Ooh.
Doesn't that look like a freaking loot crate thing? That mystery box thing. It looks like a freaking loot crate box, But
wouldn't that
like
be
Nintendo's
cool
version.
if Nintendo sent you a physical like product every month for this?
I think that's what this is, dude.
No. It says what you can purchase. It says only with a paid Nintendo Switch Online membership.
Okay, yeah, but they should make that to compete with Loot Crate. I think that would be
too much.
I
don't know. I mean, maybe for the price, it might be a little too much. I think that, if I was Nintendo, I don't want to give away too much stuff for the price, because I feel like you can charge a lot more if you're gonna do that. So
now here's what I was paying attention, but I was looking right below special offers. This is insane. I about lost my freaking mind over this.
Okay, so
the pricing plans are insane.
Alright, so pricing plans.
Oh my god, this is insane. This is so cheap. I love this.
Alright, so hear me out on this. You have multiple accounts on your Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Say like you have your own login, and then I have my own login.
Excuse me.
And my sister has her own login. So say we all had we use the same Switch, okay?
Yeah.
We would have to pay separately, combined together, the price would add up for each of us.
Yeah.
We'd have to pay for an online service. This one, okay, so for the individual membership, for one Nintendo account holder, is $3.99 a month.
Oh my god!
US dollars, that is.
That is freaking cheap. And a special offer at that.
I wouldn't want to pay, monthly. I want to pay, a year price.
Yeah, which, we're gonna get to that.
And so 3 months is $7.99.
And the whole year is only how much?
$19.99.
Oh my god, that is insane. Because with PS Plus, it's like $99.99. Like for
year?
Yeah.
And Nintendo's giving all this free stuff away with the NES Online too.
Right. Well, PlayStation does that, but still,
But what if Nintendo?
It's an insane price, though.
What if Nintendo provides more games though that you can?
Which they do. Look at the freaking 3DS. That's kind of irrelevant now because Switch. But look how many games that has.
Well, no. The 3DS is not irrelevant. It still is around very, very prominent today.
Really? Is it still selling?
Yeah, they're coming out with a new DS.
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a family membership.
So that's for up to 8 account holders. So I guess, like, say if you really had a big family, then you can go with 8 and...
Me. I have 6
And that's dude, that's
only
still
$35.
That's
$35.99.
way cheaper. That's
oh my god, dude.
That's even less than my phone bill for a month. For a month. My phone bill's more expensive a month than for a year on this.
$34 for a freaking year.
That is
Holy crap!
Oh, okay. And here's a special deal too. 7-day free trial. Sign up on
Nintendo
eShop on your device.
We did that.
I actually didn't sign up for it yet. So.
Oh wait, no, I haven't done that. What the heck am I talking about?
Yeah, you have to actually go on the eShop and sign up. It says
these are the features. I think we already looked at all the features though.
Yeah, but this is all like rounded out. Paid service lets you take your gaming up a notch with online multiplayer and exclusive benefits. Standard online features such as system and game updates will be free for all Nintendo Switch users, which is good, I guess.
And there's a bunch of the stuff we've already been over.
Yep. So.
Well, we can go over play purchase games and DLC offline real quick because of that we can go. Oh wait, never mind. No, those are just bullets. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, back to the notes. So what do you think about this whole thing? This Nintendo Switch Online. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna?
I like
it's gonna
it.
Be cool?
It's definitely something that I will get.
Oh yeah, me too.
Let me look at
$19.99 for a freaking year, dude. That is insane to me.
Well, actually, it would be okay. So $19.99 for 12 months. That's for one Nintendo account.
Okay. $34.99 for a family, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And okay, so probably what I'm gonna do is this. I'm going to take the cheaper route on this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one account for online services. The rest can be just for like non-online games.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of games too that aren't online.
Yeah.
And they're just like single player games.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just use my other account for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the smartest choice.
Yeah.
It really is.
So then me and my sister can both use that online account and not have to spend $40 a month, you know. Because that would double that, it would be 40.
Yeah. Well, it's still cheap. I mean,
seriously. Still cheap, but that would be for a year.
Yeah. This is very smart on Nintendo's part, you know what?
Because Nintendo can actually make money off the online.
They're going to be making bank with this, dude.
Yeah, because this is something... Well, this kind of confuses me, though. You look here at the features. This is for the people that pay. That shows all those bullets there.
Yeah.
And then it goes non-subscribers, but it still says online play game.
What does that mean? Like, does it mean that, like...
Oh, no, it has that out. Never mind.
Okay.
Non-subscribers is bulleted there. You have local... You still get the local network multiplayer, which is like what the DS has, you know, where you can play in the same room.
The presentation.
You can still...
He says that he can link up 8 Switches. So that's
it says play, purchase games, and DLC offline. Nintendo Switch system updates, that's available to everyone. Software updates, access to eShop, register friends, all the basic, like, stuff.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo Rewards program.
That's gonna be cool.
But... Yeah, online gameplay, the NES thing, Nintendo Switch.
Which is so awesome. The NES thing is... I can't get over that.
You can't use the online, or the app, unless you have your subscription.
The one thing I love is that it is not... Now, is region locking... Does that, like, relate to online?
I thought the Switch wasn't region locked.
Right, that's what I was getting at. It's not region locked, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so cool. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo... You guys are killing it. You guys are on Cloud 9 right now. Oh my word. Dude, okay. Do you love Nintendo?
Yes.
I freaking love them so much, dude.
Which, actually, I have to admit, I haven't been able to play as much games lately because of school. So, I need to, like, designate an hour each day just to playing games.
And guess what I've started doing? I've got what?
Switch.
I've got a...
J-O-B?
Yeah. I've got a job at Grinders now. Yep. Grinders is a, restaurant in Hartville. It's a cool little place. Highly recommend it. Check them out. They have awesome food. And yeah, get a couple hours in, make a little bit of money, so that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but like Jared said, I haven't really had time to play video games either. Which kind of sucks. You know? It's just... I'm still sad.
Well, the more you work, the more time you have to designate to obviously making money, but you know, it's just you don't get as much free time.
Yeah, and before the podcast, I was like so tired, working 5 straight hours a day, and the restaurant was slammed. Like, it was like one of the busiest days. There were people lined up outside the door.
Yeah.
That's a lot, dude. I don't know. Have you ever had any rough days at Giant Eagle? When it was busy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it?
Mm-mm.
Not fun at all.
Alright, so that seems to be everything for today's podcast.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that. That was an amazing podcast. That we've been wanting to do that for a while, for a long while. Yep. And Jared, again, how can they reach us again?
You can reach us again by emailing us at offthegridpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
You can email us any questions that you have or suggestions for future podcasts. You can also listen to our podcast on YouTube, or we have Apple Podcasts too.
And as we do all the time, whenever we come out with a new podcast, we upload it to Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, we share it on there, so you can have a direct link if you are following us.
Yes.
That'll be easier to find it. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, this has been Off the Grid Podcast. See you guys.
See ya.